You've just decided to continue pursuing acting after understanding the basic structure of the acting industry. What is the next step? Acting training! Pew, 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 pew. Hi, welcome back. This is Jo. If this is your first time here, welcome. I am a Chinese actress living in Hollywood North with the big goal of chasing and getting that Golden Man Oscar. For the second video of this series, I'm going to show you how to find the perfect acting training and acting coach for you. Now, just a heads up, because of COVID-19, a lot of acting schools are either doing teachings remotely only or in person with implemented safety policies. So make sure to look at their policies before you enroll. Now, one question you might be asking, which I have admittedly personally asked, is do I really need acting training, or can I just get an agent and wing it because talent? Sorry to break your fantasy. You do have to go to acting training. One, which I have learned it the hard way, is that there's a lot more nuances and techniques acting in front of the camera than you would think. And because everything is closed up in front of the camera, people can tell instantly when you're inexperienced. So a quick example is that holding a drink in front of the camera is a lot higher than in real life, just so the camera can pick it up. This T-Rex arm action is not comfortable and natural for us. Holding your phone up even needs a T-Rex arm action. You can't just do this. You have to. Now, the second thing is casting directors and agents wants to see that you're continuously going to training in order to maintain and hone your acting muscles. So whether or not they want to see you in the room or in their computer now can really depend on whether or not you're still training. Some agents wouldn't even consider taking an inexperienced, untrained actor onto their roster. So yes, training is essential. Now, the first thing before you choose an acting school is that you need to ask yourself, what kind of actor do you want to be? Because what you need to know is that there is two major types of acting: theater acting and on-camera acting. Now, if you're like me, who have been exploring acting ever since high school, then most likely you would already have a certain extent of experience with theater acting, aka drama class. Now, it's very, very different from on-camera acting, so it's very important for you to take training and the right route. This series will be specifically talking about pursuing a career in film and TV. So, on-camera acting. Now, the second thing you need to know is that there is two types of programs you can get into in an acting school. There is the full-time degree program, which involves everything that you need to know and a lot more, which you learn every day for 8 hours, for perhaps a year or even 2 years. You're basically going to an actor's university. Or a part-time program where you can join outside of your current work, such as going to specific coaches that provides private lessons, or acting schools that provide specific individualized training programs such as scene studies, acting in front of the camera, audition techniques, and so on. Now, both options has its pros and cons. For example, with the full-time acting program, you might be able to spend more time working on one specific scene. You might learn more about the history of acting, of filmmaking, instead of just the techniques and skill sets that you need in the present. And full-time programs are more convenient as well, in the sense where everything you need to know, every step you need to take, is all included in that package. That includes a production of your demo reel, having access to filming studios and gears whenever you need, compared to individual part-time programs where you need to specifically choose the type of workshops you want to join, for example, which classes you want to take or need to take right now, and how to produce your demo reel individually. Obviously, the costs for the two programs are very, very different as well, with the full-time program way more expensive and time-consuming as well compared to the part-time program. But both will enable you to reach the standard level of understanding you need to start acting. Now, for myself, I went to multiple part-time programs individually, and most of them consist of 3-hour weekly classes for 8 weeks straight in each program. I chose this because back in high school, I was already training in higher level theater acting, and I guess most importantly is because my parents wanted me to get my psychology degree before I start exploring and pursuing acting, which they definitely thought I would fail. So it really depends on your situation and choices. Now, the third thing is the importance of researching thoroughly the acting school that you might want to join before committing you or your parents' hard-earned money. Now, most acting schools with part-time programs allows you to audit the class before you commit on whether or not you want to be in this class. Not every acting coach is compatible with your learning style, and that can significantly interrupt your progress in exploring your acting career. I, for one, very much nearly quit acting because of a very bad experience with an acting coach whom I did not research before throwing $600 of my hard-earned money into his training courses. If you want to know the details of this embarrassing story, I will put the link in the description down below. Now, during your research, ask yourself these questions. Does the acting coach have experience as an actor? What are the credentials and reviews for this coach or this school? Are there successful actors who graduated from this school? What is my learning style? How big is the class size, and will I receive one-on-one guidance from the coach? How often will I get to perform in this program? Do I get to perform in a class? Do I get to work with other actors? Ask questions before you commit. Now, all you have to do is to go on the great Google and make a list of all the available acting schools in your area, read the reviews, research their policies, research their acting instructors, the cost, and go audit the class and see which one is most compatible to your needs. Now you may ask, how many acting classes does it count for you to graduate? Honestly, if you want to get to Jack Nicholson level, acting is basically a lifelong lesson. If you think about world-class athletes, the ones you see in the Olympic Games, most of them still have a coach throughout their entire competitive career. Whereas some Hollywood actors will have a coach and some probably never been to an acting class. It really varies. So the question comes down to, what standard are you setting for yourself for your craft and your skills? How far do you want to go in this industry? That's the video today for my fellow actors. What other things did you find were important when you were searching for your perfect acting coach? Let me know in the comments down below. If you like this video and you want to follow me on my journey as I paddle through into Hollywood with my tiny T-Rex arms, click like, subscribe, and the notification button. I post a video on Fridays, and I'll see you next time. Bye! When a network studio company such as Warner Bros. Have a script that they would like to film, they hire a production team consisting of directors, producers, writers, and crew to create it. The production team contacts the casting company with roles they specifically want in this project, and the casting company are responsible for finding the best actors suitable for these roles.